All right. Wahoo is back to all my females, the SARS, the Wabians, the Wapians, who you want to go by. Today's live broadcast will be The Spell is Broken. So, we start all things off by reciting the all. Cologne. I am the love of the all, and all love is in me. I am a part of the all, and the all is a part of me. I am one with the all, and the all is one with me. I can succeed as part of the all or fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in the all as I as long as my wish is to stay in the all. I am never alone. The all is I am. The all can, all does, I do. All right. So we're gonna set this thing off. Now, this is not really to bang on anyone or be derogatory towards anyone, disrespect anyone, defame anyone. But truth is truth, and that can't be stopped. So, want out your mouth, you could say Dr. Malachi Z. K. York said that he wrote the Patarak, or he says that the way that y'all doing things is the path or the way of life. And you could say, "Oh, we're united," but truthfully, we're not really united. And it's like, as much as people say they want peace, one-sided, they're really two-sided. They say one thing in the open, but do another behind closed doors. And that's what you call a concealer of truth, a kufran, a kufra, a kafa. Do nakas type things, showing forth that you align yourself with the six ether force, or the disagreeableness, or the reptilians in itself. People quick to say that the Anunnakis are reptilians, and that the Anunnaki were a group of different species of extraterrestrial beings, whether they be Etherians, Riz Quins, Elders, Anunnaki, Huming, and so forth and so forth. The Rems and Nasut, Malakut, and Lahut. And I remember distinctly when the teacher said that, you even understand Malakut and Nasut. So how can I tell you about Lahut? Bring you all the way to the nine mind. How could I take you into the existence of being your true self, the Ethereal being, which they claim to be, that they align themselves with Ethereans, but at the same time they align themselves with Pathites, Taites, which are truly telepathites, and they don't align themselves with the Watusi or the Kuthite and the Hindus. Well, we know all of those beings, whether they be human, Anunnaki, Elohim, Nataru, Nagaru. And when they talk about Nagaru, they're taking that word and they're saying that stands for the Negroid race. So, okay, it's all right. You're a Patite or a telepatite or a Thai. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm a Kushite, a Watusi, my bloodline. But those two bloodlines link. Should stand on this side or that side of the or the upgrading of the Homo erectus to humane. And then there were those that were still stuck in the evolutionary period of humane. So all you're saying is that you're stuck in the humane. And if you're stuck in the humane, then you're dealing with the 6 ether gases. You're dealing with the 6 ether force, meaning that you're not qualified and you haven't elevated to be a master teacher or speak as a master teacher. You could claim a title as an ambassador or a prince or king, but that still don't make you rightly kingly or guiding, meaning to guide or to rule over a people, or to take on the title to advocate and fight for the people, because you're still stuck in a 6 ether force of mind. Period of a 6 ether force. And to me, that don't make no sense. How can you lead a people when you're not qualified to be a master teacher, or you're not one of the masters or the elders or the watchers or those who watch those who watch? Or you came with who you call Pabnab. You know, I don't even know how to say that. You know what I mean? Because it's ridiculous. It don't make no sense. You know, yeah, maybe to tie into Egyptology or Kemet or Swan or Nubia, tie in with Nubia. The true place, Nuba, Sudan, the burnt faces, the black ones, and so on and so forth, etc. You know, and out of that, because it's like you're misguiding and misleading the people so you could keep them under a spell to control them. You're saying you need a language to break the spell. When we know and understand that the master teacher taught us that you needed right thinking, right knowledge, or, you know what I mean, right wisdom and a right understanding. And I'm not even gonna say Apple, because that's not Nuwapu. Those are things that entail a degree of Nuwapu or Wu Nuwapu E, as you say. You say you don't deal with the holy tablets, or you don't deal with the old scrolls. You deal with the actual facts. Actual facts. And where the actual facts are coming from. You know, I'm sitting here watching, I think his name is Damien Pryor, the ambassador, and I'm listening to what he's saying, and quotes some from the Scroll of Millennium. You know, the things that the master teacher taught is being shown to us today. These prophecies or visions that he said that were going to take place are taking place today. But how are you dealing with the New Millennium Scroll when you only deal with actual facts, is what you say, or the Torah is what you say? You understand me? Like, that's a contradiction within itself to me. Because if I say I don't deal with a thing, I don't deal with a thing. So how am I gonna come back and use that? And what I see is, when I'm watching all these videos that been appearing and popping up, retirement and coming out of retirement and things, I'm hearing quotes quotations, or I'm hearing regurgitation of things that me and my fellow masters that are on this phone, that are on this live chat within a video we did, bro, one for 8 hours and one for 14 hours, and wasn't put on there, but hearing the things that I brought forth, or they brought forth, or we brought forth, and they want to take the we and turn it into a me, a upside down W. See, but there's nothing wrong with that either. See, because now at least a part of the spell that you say that y'all need to break is being broken, meaning that I broke through to you. We broke through to you. You have no choice but to stand with truth is truth. You have no choice but to stand on top of the truth. As Prince said himself, oh, I'm stepping down, the masses, the elders, the Ethereans are here. I'm not a master teacher. I haven't dealt or elevate myself to my spiritual existence or tapped into my DNA and RNAs where I can speak Akasha records, or I can remember to, as it was said to Sakar, to remember. So if you're not spiritual, you're dealing with still a physical plane. How are you trying to lead the people and teach them spiritually? That's not your job. That's not what you are here to do. You're here to get in line, right? And not even submit, but to get in line with what's taking place with those that came teacher, or those that the master teacher came here and awoke. Because as I'm reading the holy tablets and I get into the introduction, right, he says that other masters came along with him. He also said, we the masters must what? Dispel all ignorance, or those that are trapped in the spell of Kenyu is what he's saying, or those to wake up those that were the masters that came with him. We couldn't step on his toes. We couldn't step on his toes at the time because that was his job. That's what he came to do. As I'm reading again, to go right back to that same quote where he's saying that I came to awaken, came with me. I came to awaken those true, chosen, elite few that will get it. Who he said the holy tablet was for. This is not for everyone. You may read it, yes, but it's not for you because it's not resonating with you and it didn't wake you up. You're trapped in a spell of still trying to follow a man that said, don't follow me. Meaning that I'm using the man title because he said that's what you're following when you follow. You follow the man. The entity, the being that was within the man or spoke through the man. Taught in place of the man. The man was abducted. So that means the man, Dwight York, was replaced with Malachi Z. York. I can't make this up. I'm not making it up. How can I make this up? I'm only speaking the words that he spoke. What he said. And on top of all that, as you go down further, he says, I came to do what? Hurling the true living Messiah. Do not mistake me with that being, because I am not the true living Messiah. Moshe. So that's a little introduction for now. Um, that I'm gonna go with for now. Now, I'm gonna announce the brothers that's hosting and that are part of the show. These brothers, or Yasar, or Zamels, whatever title you choose to want to call one another. But I choose to call these brothers master teachers. So, without further ado, I would I would like to say, welcome to the show that you're part of and that you advocate and stand on. Master teacher Michael McCool, London Boy Nine Ethers.
Rahobat, Rahobat, Alafia, Shalom, Salam to the family, to everybody in the universe watching this.
That's right.
We are here.
Because we deal with all things under the sun, the rays,
Yes.
all schools of thought.
That's right. Yeah. And we're here to set the record straight.
And we here to set the record straight. Let them
Set
go.
the record straight. Dispel the rumors. Too much lies. Too much separation. Too much confusion going on. Too much defaming of the master teacher, of ourselves, and our kin. So now we come to a point where truth is truth. The facts have to be laid down, and we have to dispel all the foolish rumors and lies. Expose all the demons, the disagreeables, the 200 have fallen that are walking in our midst. Samael, Halal, the list goes on. Beelzebub. We know that these demons or these disagreeables look and sound just like we do. But now it's time to show and prove. We are pure green light. In essence, we read the holy tablets, we read all the relevant information. We are pure green light. That's right. Yeah. So let's deal with sorry. Let me just make my introduction. Sorry. What I've come here to do, as I said, with my fellow brother masters and sisters. See, we don't leave no one out. We like balance. A lot of these so-called New Waptillians, yeah, are making these shows, not giving affirmations to the all, not playing the arm, not doing things correct. And they want to tell us we're behind because we're supposed to be in some school that is, as they say, obsolete and closed. And we're here to tell you that that's a fallacy. And that the mission they've been on, is not the mission of Malachi, is not the mission of Melchizedek, is not the mission of Yanun, not this Pa Yabab and all this Hindu stuff that they're propagating with their Nuapui, a language that won't be recognized in the same land they say they came from. They say they're Ta'ites. They claim they're Egyptians. Can you imagine? Not Kemetans, not Tamarayans, but Egyptians. Showing your mindset. You're in a Greco-Roman mindset. You saying Sumeria is not us. But that's a fallacy. Because all the ancient texts say otherwise, whether master teacher translated them or not. These texts and this information was divinely inspired through our ancestors and correctly translated by the master teacher. So I don't know what these guys are talking about. They have to be correct. We don't want to seem to be disrespecting the ancestors. The first question is, do you even know what the Holy Tablets is? Second is, what is Patarat? What is it? We know it's supposedly the way, but way to where and from where? Now these questions are asking on Nuwapu, because our job is to question and to critique. If people are trying to get the master teacher free, we must act accordingly and stop acting like religious zealots dressed up in uniform, arguing and defaming each other. We've got to act right. Our ancestors are here. We are here. And we're not acting right. We're doing petitions. We're doing vigils, candlelit vigils. We're giving money. Some of us have been giving money for almost 15 years to no end and no result. And it doesn't take 15 years to clear the bar, meaning it doesn't take 15 years to become an attorney, a lawyer. Why haven't we got our own Nuwapian lawyer, attorney, firm? But yet we got a supposed embassy that's not recognized anywhere on the planet. People need to ask the right question. Use your 9 mind. You came from superior beings. You didn't come from no reptilians who supposedly are coming back to eat us. This is why I say the defaming of our ancestors must stop. I don't know who the Negaru are. I don't know who they are. Can someone tell me the leader, the head of the Negaru, when they've got time? Because I'm saying Anu El is the Most High, known as Allah, known by El Elo, known as Elroy. And all of a sudden, we're being asked the questions, have we seen Anu? Y'all are religious. This is foolishness. Real foolishness. We need to wake up. Nuwabians, Tamahus, everybody around the planet. We need to wake up. We are master teachers because the simple fact is, class is over. You have graduated to the University of Life. Now you must show and prove. Why do you need your teacher, who's well and retired, to be coming back to be teaching well into his 70s and 80s and 90s, and really? But yet even the simple instructions that he laid down, no one don't want to listen to. Yeah. So my final statement is the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, is free. You are not.
All right, Brother McCool, that was well spoken. That was well spoken. If I say so myself. Also thank you for I forgot this because I kept saying brothers, master teacher. And you dropped that. We also have the master teacher, the empress, mother nature herself, Mammy, Ninti, Fatima, Makti. Also, we have the master teacher, disciple. Also, Brother Terry, as y'all all know, those that are out there, the master teacher Terry. And myself, master teacher, book known as Jermaine McKenzie. On here, Gregory Jackson, Black Sun. And that's what we're dealing with. We're taking it back to the Black Sun, to the nook, to the dot. So I'm not even gonna hold it up. There's other brothers, sisters here on the platform that want to speak, and I'm gonna take a second to read actually from the holy tablets these words that I'm speaking, so you can't say we're making it up or I'm making it up. And with that, the floor is open. Anyone choose to speak, speak.
I was gonna let the sister, the goddess Fatima, go ahead of me. Please take the floor.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak on your mic.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah, Rahbat. Salam alaikum. Shalom. You know, whatever you go by, universal greeting. The whole objective is peace. Sometimes when you go through peace, you gotta of confusion out of the way to obtain the peace. Not that we're not in a peaceful state, but it's too much confusion, debate. Yep. So today, setting the record straight, right from the source that everybody take from. The spell is broken. People say it, you know, the spell is broken in some, and some people are still under the spell. And they think they're not. So and they openly admit that they're under this spell without even knowing that they're openly admitting that they're under a spell. So we're here to bring them up, raise their vibration, destroy any confusion, and get back to the natural way, which is peace, shalom, salam, alafia. That's all I have to say for right now. Terry.
Terry, you could take
All right.
the
Rahubat, greetings. Peace to the Most High. Anu, Elion, Elion El. I give praise to the Master Teacher who came bearing the right message to set the record straight. So I'm basically trying to assess the situation of where does the Nuwapians stand, because a lot has changed, and from my aspect, from my point of view, it hasn't changed for the better. I mean, you've got followers, but in my opinion, it's not about followers. It's about saving souls. And you save souls with right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding, which puts you on a path to sound right reasoning, which I know to be Wu Nuwap or Wu Nuwabu, the way of sound right reasoning, you know what I mean? The way of our spiritual science. And for my position, from what I'm seeing, that they're functioning like a religion due to the fact that they're not functioning within facts and not moving according to right and exact, being transparent. I say this: hold those you trust in authority accountable and always question them. Make sure that they act in accordance to transparency, honesty, and they always be forthcoming. Like, they're always trying to make sure that they're working for the greater good and legacy, because that's what it's all about, what you leaving behind for the next generation. And I'm well aware that we are on a time clock and we running out of time. We got till 2030 to get ourselves, in line with the proper tones, proper location, the proper diet, everything, the way of life, and submerged in that way of life, subtracted from these heathens, these black devils that seek to dwell amongst us and tear us apart from within. And the only way to do this is to live by right knowledge and by questioning those that are in authority and demand that they have transparency, because our souls are at stake. And every individual is accountable for their actions. So no one can say, well, this person misled me. Well, you were supposed to question that person to find out, what did they come up with the information? Always ask them, how is this going to work for me? So from my aspect, I've learned from certain teachers on YouTube, named Nabkanimus Sen Atumre. He is a very good teacher. He's using the Holy Tablets. And I've also learned a lot from Chief Nanya Shabuel, who is definitely covering the aspect of law, because we cannot subtract ourselves from the system by ignoring our previous contracts that we have obligations to. We have to dissolve those contracts. That's what's important. And until we do and address those things, we can't move forward. We'll still be bound by fiat. We'll still be bound by these devils. The only way to truly free yourself is to let go of this thing you call black, as far as identifying yourself with it. That cannot be so. It is a misnomer, and it's a trick of the devil. Please wake up, my brothers and sisters, because if you continue to call yourselves that, you'll continue to address yourself as title property, infant wards of the state, lost at sea. I don't want to associate myself with that. So I will take on the title as a melanated being, because that is more exact. These things that are on me are not black. They are called melanin, and more specifically, melanocytes and melanosomes. So I don't get how we got stuck on black. We supposed to be semantic, saying right and exact, following the master teacher's directions. Because until you became a master, you had to be a student. You had to question the master teacher of all things because you knew nothing. And I still stand here now as though I have much more to learn, you know? So in order for me to be a teacher to you all, I've had to still be learning in order to present a message to those that don't know. So I humble myself to say it's not about just fiat and it's not about me. It's about saving these souls. It's about looking another soul in the eyes and giving them a true solution to what binds them. We're still stuck in the matrix until we unplug from this matrix. And I think all those who follow the Nuwaubian embassy need to question their embassy and hold them accountable. Say this. Say, hey, you made these moves you claim to have made. I don't know if you made them. I was not there. I'm not seeking to attack you, but I want to see it, man. My soul is at stake. I want to know, you say you went to Ghana. Show me your passport where you went to Ghana, where you stamped in and stamped out. Show me that. You say these people in Ghana or in these countries are working for the master teacher, and show me their names in writing. Show me their pictures where you holding hands with them side by side and they saying, yes, we're in agreement with you. Transparency. That's all I'm saying, man. If y'all don't start doing that, then you're being led. You're not coming up to any factual information. This is why we associate things as religion, because only the facts are supposed to be what you're following. You're supposed to be questioning and then get the facts without any shadow of a doubt. That way you know yourself and can't nobody trick you and come up and say, hey, this ain't what it say it is. Well, you know, I know because I looked it up. And if you don't believe me so, I'll tell you where you can get the facts. That's what I'm talking about. If you do not have the capacity to present such information, then maybe you should seek out those who are within that capacity. We have tried to assist the embassy several times, and they put our assistance to deaf ears. So you have to hold those who claim they're trying to do something and build something with somebody else accountable, man. You got to say, hey, what about this? Let us know about this. Don't pretend as though it didn't happen. Don't pretend as though we are not trying to help you. You know what I mean? I don't get that. Anyone who stands against someone who is trying to help, there must be an agenda present. And they asked us, questioning us, what do you mean by agent? Only an agent will ask a question like that. Because if the thinker of the nine mind was accused by another nine mind being to say, hey, your nature is questionable, maybe you should go within yourself and question that and then address the answer or better yet, verbally state what you came up with in your head. Because other than that, Moses is trying to trick you. So stick to the facts. I mean, that's all I got.
All right, Brother Terry. You said that was all you had?
I mean, I got more, but I'm just waiting on others to chime in, you know?
Yeah, Brother Malachi, you want to speak?
Yeah, just to say very little. You know, I was taught to say less, especially when it's time. But we're just gonna address some of the information. we're gonna make sure that our story is being told and reported the right way for the coming times, and it's not confusing, because it seems like a lot of things are getting confusing when with the whole who the Anunnaki, Elohim, and a lot of times these things are interchangeable. So we just want to make that clear when you're saying certain things like Nataru and these type of things, these words and these deities already existed. That's nothing new. All right, there's a lot of Egyptologists that already know Anu was the deity long before Amun Ra even came into play. So, we're just going to touch up on some of those things and, hopefully clear up some of this misinformation going out there. That's all. I'm going to keep it short so we can get right into it.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, man. This thing is serious. Like, a lot of people take this for play. Like, the masters, the elders, the Etherians, the Rizquians, like they take this for joke, like it's a